put us on our heels, and I thought for most of the game they just played harder than us. I really do, and I thought late in the game we played harder and we had some more success on both ends of the court, and we got work to do. I like this team. I know what we're capable of, but I got to do a better job with these guys, and got to have some heart-to-hearts, and we got to get to work.
Trouble in the stew. The VCU Rams going 3-4 in the past 7 games. Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Wolf, along with my esteemed co-host Eric Wilson of the Commonwealth Times. Eric, let's just get straight into it. A disappointing 7 games for the Rams. They played a lot of tough teams, including, good programs like Memphis, but some fans can't help but be disappointed losing beatable games to teams like Temple and teams like Jacksonville. Eric, to right the ship, what do the Rams have to do in these coming weeks?
Well, Sam, first thing first is offensive numbers. We are in a decline currently. If we're really looking at it, we're shooting 29% from 3 and 65% from the charity stripe, which is a decline from last year, which was 34% from 3 and 70% from that charity stripe, which is, we have to make those free throws. We have to get down there and make those threes. Also, we're at a total decline with offensive rating. Currently 337 out of all 363 Division I teams in the United States. So we're really this is really surprising from the squad. We were really expecting a lot of great numbers. It's pretty shocking with the numbers that they are producing. However, this isn't all the negative. We do have some positives with some players coming off the bench like Josh Banks, coming in and shooting well. He's averaging around 6 points currently right now. So, there are improvements with certain players and, our bench play, going on right now for VCU.
Yeah, absolutely. And to elaborate on some of the stuff you were saying, shot selection has not been great this season. In the half-court set, the Rams are, not really working as a unit to get an open shot. There's been talk of creating inside-out threes rather than, just forced threes off dribble handoffs. But yeah, just to look at it, this is a team that, Eric, you and I were talking, we were very excited for, and we're going to create a lot of opportunity this year, and I think it just comes down to, creating the right shots. And, Jaden Nunn said it just a couple nights ago after the Jacksonville game in a presser. Check it out.
I feel like it's just inside-out threes. I feel like from the jump, I feel like we forced a lot of threes that we didn't have to, instead of just hitting the paint and getting inside-out threes where we shoot the ball at a higher percentage from as well. So I feel like we was just forcing the ball a little bit more than just getting inside-out and playing the way we play.
Looking ahead, the Rams have a slate that allows them to clear their heads a little bit, play their VCU game. No team except the Raiders of Radford that are coming to Richmond are above 500. So, Eric, what do they have to do to win these games?
Well, first, looking at the scouting both of the teams, we have Howard, who's making their way into the stew first. We have one key player in Stuart Siddle III, who's averaging around 13 points and 6 rebounds. He should be a player that VCU should watch out for. Also, but you have to look at Elijah Hawkins, who has not played in a while, but he is the leading scorer for the Bison. I do think, considering VCU should win this game, it's a below 500 team, and I think we should really come out with a win. The next game is a tough game for us. It may become a tough game. We have the Radford Raiders, and they have a really good 3-guard lineup in Josiah Jeffries, Daquan Smith, and King Giles, all 3 averaging around 11 points. The problem with this team is they are a little bit shorter. Yes, we are short, but we are taller than the Raiders of Radford, and I really think that we can come out top on this game. Sam, what do you think that the Rams need to be doing to win both of these games?
Yeah, I think they just need to play that kind of classic VCU game, but to start to give credit to Radford that they could come in here and really, give a surprise to the VCU fans. We've seen a lot of problems with three-point shooting in Radford. It's a pretty solid three-point shooting team. But if we're being completely fair, these are games the Rams should win and should win handily.
Yeah.
If they get back to that classic VCU game, the full court press, and they've been running the press this year, but it seems a little bit off. The press is getting broken easier. I think it's losing a certain intensity in the game, and they really need to work from the press as well. They're not playing that full 90-foot game. They're getting the steal if they do get it, and they're kind of slowing it down. Whenever I watch VCU, I notice they play better when they're causing havoc, the signature of the school. And they haven't really been doing that. They've kind of slowed it down because they have offensive talent to work in the half court. It just hasn't been working. and I think they need to play to their strengths,
Yeah.
and that's running it up the floor, getting the steal, throwing a lob,
Yeah.
you know, kicking out, hitting a transition three. That's what they do best, and it's something we haven't really seen all that much this season. It's been a lot of slow half-court play, and to be quite honest, the half-court offense has never really been great throughout Coach Rhodes' tenure with VCU. Not to the detriment, his strengths are elsewhere in his coaching ability, but they just have to be better. They have to play to their strengths, and I think a lot of the new guys are still adjusting because, we still have a good core from last year's team, but, key contributors, Zeb Jackson, David Shriver, Brennan Johns, who's been great so far, but he's still adjusting as well to this VCU style of defense, this VCU style of play in general.
Yeah, I think also, not to interrupt you, but I think also we have the tools. We have a lot of length in all of our lineups. We're a very tall basketball team if you're really looking at it. So I really think it's all about the execution, really, Sam.
Yeah, it really is, and they're going to have to come up with some signature wins. Looking ahead at the conference slate and the non-conference slate, they should clean through the non-conference.
Yeah.
They have to get signature wins in the A-10. They have to beat the best, and they have to beat the best consistently. They have 2 games against Dayton, they have to win both.
Yeah.
They have 2 games against Davidson, they have to beat both. They have to beat Richmond 2 times as well.
Yeah.
It's a tough look ahead, but we'll see how it shapes out in the next couple of weeks. We're not sure when we'll be back. We have holiday break. We're students. We're going home to see family, but we will be back, and we will give you that update. See you soon. Good night.
Bring the Havoc back.
Woo!